Hello, toy friends. Welcome back. I'm Will. This is the 118, a place where we can celebrate our favorite scale, the 118. And, you know, I'm a little sad today because it's just me. Mr. Jim Largo can't make it today. He's not feeling well. So we wish him the very best. Hope he feels better soon. And with that, we'll just get right into the show. So it'll be pretty quick today. Pirates, how are you? Let's go, Will and Will. Roll keeper, what's happening? Jeff with a little tidbit. Hey, I went down to Target yesterday. Excuse me, sorry. And they were sold out. I was really hoping to pick up an extra set just to keep, in case I wanted to make customs or something, because I picked that up when it first came out. But 13.49 for 5 pack. You can't beat that, man. That's awesome. Ian Sweeney, how's it going? Yeah, regarding the poll, it's a little biased, but true. Yeah, that's right. And yes, there are two different answers, and it's either yes or yes. Um, we'll check in on that poll in just a minute. So relieved it's 118 time. Yeah, me too, man. Helping with math. Yeah, get out of here, you one with math. This is about 118 scale awesomeness, not math. Why are you bringing that into it? Way to bring down the entire show, Bjorn. Oh man, howdy. How's it going, brother? And define. Hey, how are you? Yeah, that's right. Smash that like button. Um, goalkeeper. Yeah, that is a promise that we keep on the show. No math. And what? And you making it even worse? Come on. Terrible. Mind control, especially the Link Master out there. Audi does have a stream later. Yes, he does. Love catching those. Okay, let's see. Reminder. Link Master Bjorgensen. Get out of here. I'm not even posting that. Gatorade Bob, hope you're having a great weekend. How are you? Hey, how's it going? Figuratively speaking, I was told algebra would save my life one day. Well, I know ham boning will save your life someday. And if I were you, I would definitely invest in ham boning. Um, I accidentally just ordered Auto World Humvee from Tractor Supply. It's Chad's fault. Yes, it's Chad did post that. And last year I think I wandered into a um Tractor Supply. And they did have quite a bit of 118 scale goodness in there as far as vehicles and stuff goes. No great figure stuff, but it's Chad posted those really, really nice. Let me see if I can pull them up because I'd like to show those off. I have several Tractor Supply stores near me living in Florida here, so you can see that yellow one looks really nice. I like that. And that's the Freedom Brigade 119 scale die cast metal replicas. So these are die cast. That's got to be pretty awesome. And I guess my only concern would be with die cast. Sometimes it's like true 118 scale, whereas like vehicles are like more like of a 116 scale, a little bit bigger just to fit figures in and stuff. But those would probably look really sharp just even in the background if you can't fit figures in there. I know you could take them apart and kind of make room for them, but I like it. I like it a lot. Link Master Bjorn with a link there. That's to Audi Multiverse's stream later on. No, no. Bjorn's posting math in the chat. That's not right. Robert had a nice video talking about this very same subject. Yeah, I guess Robert really enjoyed PulseCon and Vargo, man. Whoa, dude, you guys got to go check out Vargo's. Not that your video wasn't great, Robert, but Vargo came across like the thing that we fantasize about is that you somehow find someone who has all these old toys that no one would want just in their basement and they just want them cleaned out, which is kind of the story. And then you got to go check out his video, what he pulled out of this basement, to dispose of. Um, so awesome video there, Embargo. Living the dream. Thank you for sharing that. That was a lot of fun. Really like that. Um, yeah. Thanks for the shout out and link. Cardboard is posted. Get out. Stop. Stop with the math, guys. What is wrong with you? And if people are after starter base for their Delta 7. Yeah, you could do worse than the Leonard, the rock base, which Ian, I think you have good access to because what do you have? Smiths over there? They have a pretty good representation of that. I think I've seen pictures and stuff where they have a good assortment of like those the rock bases and stuff. And I wasn't going to talk about this until it came to fruition or until we actually saw it. But the official Leonard, the core page, has been posting recently saying that we're going to see a ton of Leonard products on the Leonard page official Amazon page. Unfortunately, we've been told that product was coming so many times that I didn't even want to cover it until we actually could see the products and they were available for sale because we keep getting told like it's like at the end of the month, at the end of next month, blah 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 blah. Speaking of another place that we've reported on and then never saw it, that Chat May acid versus beta stuff is finally showing up in HEB stores or HEB stores in Texas. And that's the Red Mech with the beta bot. So they are showing up there if you're in the Texas area. I know they're local to it. If you have a friend who can maybe ship you one, it's like $16. You get the Red Mech with the thing, and then they have some other military based and other vehicles finally showing up. Hey, what's up? We are the Hammer. Yes, Wraith Mace. Awesome. Oh, you mean the dumpster fire? Well, yeah, well, oh, that trove of stuff they were just checking out. I mean, it's like you wish you'd find this opportunity. And Roll Keeper, what's happening? Embargo. We've got a link to. I'm hoping that's the to Vargo's thing there. Was hoping for a hit and run classified. Yeah, I love that figure. Some guy just posted an awesome picture of that. Yeah, we do have a lot here, minus the playmat. Okay. Yeah, I never see the Leonard stuff either. And like I said, once it's like officially launched and on the Amazon page, because like I said, we've been being promised since like 2020 that this product's coming just over the horizon. And then we get there and it's like, just a few more months. And then it's like over and over and over again. So hopefully they've straightened out their whole distribution problem, whatever it was. And we will see products because they did come out with some really cool vehicles, at least in the last 5 years that I would have loved to get my hands on. Scotty, what's happening? And Wraith Mace. Scotty showed up just to get the 1 month membership. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. I'm a mathematician. You know what? Huh? What? I'm confused already. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Um, no, just kidding. A mathematician. So a collector walks into a toy store with $20. How many Hasbro toys can he buy if he begs his way for more? Very good, very good. I didn't know the mods could get one. Congrats at Bjorn. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Leonard is like an ex of mine. Not really next month. Okay. You saw a Hasbro poll. Yeah, that's we'll bring that up right now. I'll close that out. And hey, I thought you were already a member. How'd that happen? I don't know. Um, Well, the figures look identical to the other sets, and they're the same modern construction Leonard figures. I guess they do repaints or whatever. But those vehicles, especially those like the Badlands stuff, the monster truck looking medic, and it was like an old antique sedan, plus the that Sky Knight plane was really cool. Ted, how are you, buddy? Uh, yeah, yeah, okay, that's right. And how you doing, Koji? Yes, yes, yes. My favorite time of the year, knockoff and clearance toy season at Ross and Burlington and TJ Maxx and all of those stores. My favorite time of year. I just love it could pick up so many great items. And okay, stop it. Okay, you could get one TBC figure. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's nothing new. Yeah, well, except for those vehicles would be new to us because, like, overseas had those, and I saw some people having them, but nothing new really for us. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out this poll. And guys, it looks like the results of the poll are in. Um, and I'll post it, I guess. Does Hasbro hate us? Can I bring this up in the chat? No. Okay. Yes, 94%. Yes, 5%. So yeah, looks like they totally hate us, guys. And by us, I mean the 118 scale community. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, Lord of Thane. Okay, catch you on the replay, buddy. Yeah, okay, I'll let you guys figure that out. Went to Ollie's last week. It seems to have started already. Great. Now, is it new product? Are we seeing new stuff, or are we just seeing the same stuff that we've seen? Because like my Ollie's opened in 2020. They still have product on the shelves from that initial launch in 2020 that has never sold. So I don't understand. Um, you know, but here's what I was talking about with so we had PulseCon came and went. You guys know I'm not a collector of Marvel Legends. I'm not doing classified. I don't do Black Series, and I'm not currently collecting Transformers. I do enjoy them and seeing about them, but mostly the old stuff, vintage stuff. But I always am on the lookout for new 118 scale stuff. So I was really excited because I did see, in addition to, I mean, they could have thrown us a bone with something, G.I. Joe. The only thing that they had was some vintage collection stuff. Um, Most of the toy lines now hate 20. Oh, yeah. 118 scale collectors. Boss Fight Studios, for example, are mainly focusing on 112 now. And they finally came out with cosmic characters. Yeah. So Robert's Infinite Realms. I've seen some of the Star Wars from Rogue One and Andor. I've not seen before. Lots of retro card, but less vintage collection. Yeah. The announcements were, man, I know a lot of people, and you could go check out Robert's video, which is great. He covers it, and a lot of other people. Um, oh, hey, Chad, how are you? 118 and Hasbro QVC Con is like a Soviet grocery store, Baron said. Well, that's what I was going to say is the only thing I saw was these, and I could be wrong, but this is the only 118 scale stuff I saw, and we'll go through it. And that is Star Wars The Vintage Collection, which I don't know. I really haven't just been like really into. I think they were like up to $18 a figure, and then like $27 for like the deluxe figures. And I just haven't really been picking them up. And I know there's some other people like in the chat in the community. I really do dig like some of their alien and like their droid figures. But it seems like a lot of the other figures we've seen before, or so it's like a reissue of a reissue of a reissue. And we've gotten it a million times before. So it's nothing really exciting. And that's how I feel about these. I'm not like, I don't hate these. I don't love them. It's probably not something I'm gonna really look forward to getting. And with the Star Wars stuff, I've noticed I'm not really seeing it on the pegs. Like they'll get one case, and then like whatever the good figures are gone instantly, and then they'll just be like 3 or 4 peg warmers for like months, and I'll just see those same sorry figures for a long time. I'm not into them enough that I'm ordering them online. I think I got like that Darth Revan was the last figure I ordered from Hasbro, but that was it. Since then, I really haven't. Nothing really has like thrilled me or excited me, and that's how I feel about this. Like I love clone troopers; they're cool. I think this figure looks great, but it's not something I'm like really gonna go out there for, nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't do much for me. Jedi Master Endora. So this is one of, I think, like two figures that I believe I've never seen before. So we've got Endora from the Alkalite series. Eh, I don't know. Yeah, she looks like a Jedi. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Not really excited. I don't know who this is. I remember the Andor show. It was a couple of years ago, and I thought it was all right as far as one of the Star Wars shows. I remember watching through it. Mostly okay. And they did do an Andor figure. She was in it, I know, but I'm like having trouble remembering her. But I'm like I said, it's not my main focus. So if you're like a super Star Wars fan and you've been dying for this, that's fine. Like go ahead and get it. Uh, yeah, that Luke looks good. Well, we'll get to that one. That figure may be good for a couple customs. Absolutely. Uh, I haven't seen anything from Hasbro for a while now. It's like they're only producing reissues or repaints. It feels that way, and I'm not following it that closely, so I could be totally wrong. Yeah, the new Anakin looks nice, but what I was to say is like Anakin's been done before. We've seen him. I ISB Lady Karen. Um, yes, so you do get a Carrie Ann Moss head sculpt. So you could do that. It looks okay. Um, it's an all right figure. And if you're a completionist and you want to get it, that's fine. She was in that okay show, yeah. Star Wars figures used to be more creative. Now they look like the same figure over and over again. I'm kind of just like I said, I'm just like kind of neutral on all of these. Uh, hey, guys, how are you, buddy? Ah, yeah, her legs look a little. You're talking about Indara, or are you talking about her? Because these legs in this picture especially look really thick, right? Compared to her upper body. I don't know. I could just be reading into it wrong, but that's the way it looks to me. And then I guess the Imperial have those. Someone would know what those are called. Those little. You like her? All right, cool. Yeah. I only mentioned the Anakin as I don't actually have a clone. Oh, you don't have one, so yeah, it's a good opportunity. Maybe pick that up. She doesn't skip leg day. I think they used male legs. It kind of looks that way, and I could be wrong, but once again, if you need an Imperial officer, go for it. Get it. Luke Skywalker, we've got that classic Luke. I'd say looks pretty good. It's just that I know they've done a million Luke figures, and I guess at this point, do we need another one? Maybe if you want to get it, it's just not something that really excited me. Um, so there he is, looking pretty good. I think actually the best figure is probably this Anakin. I like that. I like that look. With where he had like the clone chest piece, and I like that. I like the. Where's the one I got recently? I found my old General Kenobi from the Clone Wars series, where he's wearing like the clone armor, and he's got the cape and everything. I love that figure. But once again, these aren't like great reveals. These are just kind of like, to me, like run of the mill figures. It's like I feel like I don't know. We'll get to the end here, and then we've got the Streets of Mos Eisley. So um, yeah, you're gonna need a few of those. Okay, cool. My main complaint about TVC themselves is that sometimes it feels like somewhat flimsy or brittle. For me, I wouldn't mind something more akin to a power filler's tube with modern articulation. I do understand that. Some of the arms, especially on the female characters, I think my Ahsoka, I picked her up a while ago. She was more based on like the animated Ahsoka, but her arms are super thin. Like I felt like I was going to break them, like when I was articulating them. I do know what you mean. Um, you're a sucker and you buy every Luke they make. Yeah, it's not a bad looking Luke at all, but I just don't see like this is PulseCon. This is like exciting stuff. they're launching new stuff, and almost all of this just seemed kind of like, I don't know. If you guys are excited about it, that's great. I'm glad you are. I'm not sure if they've done that farm boy with that range of articulation though. Sure. Guy in the black suit, uh, guy in a white suit, woman in a white suit, woman in a tan suit. They saved the big stuff for next month. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So yeah, so we got the hallway, now the street wall sets. Add on to the okay, so this can add on to the cantina. That's pretty clever if they did do that. I just had an arm pop off one of my figures. Okay. Cardboard Galaxy makes a nice Streets of Mos Eisley playset. Sure. So yeah, it's a couple wall pieces. Um, but you know how like what's his name? Empire, is it Empire Toy Works? Or he makes like little buildings like that with like the little dome and he sells them. I think that would be cool if they did that and that these had like a full room. Like it was a little, I just don't think it would cost them that much more in the tooling and everything like that. They've got, two walls. I love the little crates and accessories and things like that. It looks like you got one configuration here, and then they have another configuration here of the same pieces. And you could set them up, and it would look good for like shelf displays or things. But it's $60. I don't know. Give me four rooms, like four walls that you could put together, so I could have a little like Mos Eisley, kind of hut or home, and then you could expand it and make like a wall if you want it out of it. That's cool. I don't know. It was like also like the bar and everything. It seems like they're just leaving incomplete. I see the three dots on the side, on the end of the wall. Looks like they're customizable, like Playmobil. Okay. Well, if the new cardboard has the dude Jawa, Empire Toy Works is the guy. Yeah, something like that. And I know, his are handcrafted or handmade, and it does come with the Jawa. So yeah, but really, I don't know. It's like because Jawa, what like figures are like $17, right? So then it just still seems like $40 for three wall pieces and a couple little accessories. I don't know. I just think that I guess they're just focusing on the adult collector who's going to just put it on their shelf and take um, some pictures with it. Where I'm thinking more like these are toys and like it would have um, some kind of features. Like I said, even just four walls, and you could take that apart then and open it up, make a street scene. Would make more sense. Jawas are priceless. Oh, I understand. Okay, $60. Comes with Jawa sold. Uh, I would have preferred a different alien, sure, or maybe just a couple. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I think, and this is what I was going to say, Hasbro hates us because, or hates 118 scale because there are a lot of easy things that they can do, no brainers, things that they could do. Um, but they are 100% just focused, or at least this division of Hasbro is 100% focused on. I mean, yeah, they're business. I understand they're focused on money, but it's the adult collectible. These aren't toys. And, because I also look at like the aisles where they have like that Imaginext stuff, which are like full toy lines. They have figures, they have vehicles, they have play sets. Um, all those, I'm so jealous of the under six category because they get everything and they get really cool stuff. And they get Star Wars stuff too. We saw that huge R2D2 where it turns into a play set. That Batman stuff that they're doing is just amazing. Um, and those are all they have great play features and all those really cool things. And I guess I'm somewhere between them, but it's all right. If I do too, I think it is. I think they for $60, I should be able to make a, a building. And if they wanted to be smart about it, and my opinion is just that if they made many of those pieces or a kit where you could expand it. We're adult collectible collectors. We're going to spend money on these things and maybe blow out, buy four of those sets and make like a whole street scene out of it. If they gave you more wall pieces, maybe 4 to 6 different varieties that are all interlockable together. And, you're looking at probably, yeah, it's a piece of plastic about this big, $10 a piece, maybe $12 a piece. I don't know. And you expanded that and you could buy expansion kits and it could link up with your Cantina play set and it could link up with these other things. Because I see giant play sets for the Imaginext, for the Barbie stuff, the girl stuff. Um, Imaginext is so much fun. Republic Troop 4-pack would be amazing. Hasbro doesn't know toyetic playability anymore. They know shelfies. That's it. And that's what I guess we're doing. And I guess we created that monster because we bought all of that stuff because, we, and I talk about we as adult collectors, have, you know, put our money where our mouth is, I guess, so everyone wants the newest Marvel Legends or, everything in the 1/12 scale because that is the best scale for all these things. And it has opened up this new avenue for independent toy companies and other toy companies. Yeah, hopefully Amazon will have it on sale for 35 because I would definitely pick it up. Um, Bad Batch. Hasbro does hate us. Did we? Yeah, we didn't get Bad Batch stuff, right? So, and I don't see what you agreed on here. So, Bjorn, I'll scroll up and I'll just see if I could follow this. If it was more math, then I don't agree with you. Sounds like you want 118 Lego. I won't complain about that. Well, what I'm saying is they put those 3 dots on there so you could expand it, but then they made it like cost prohibitive to me. You know what I mean? Like $60 for 3 wall pieces, is that? Or, 4 wall pieces. Um, it's not even, it's three. I think it's 3 unique pieces. So it's not even like 4 walls, I don't know. That's just me, guys. Some people love this stuff, and that's great. TJC, what's happening? Um, cool. Oh, he was agreeing with the Republic Commando comment. Thank you. TBS. We got 2 sets of Bad Batch. We got 1 character in TVC. That's really, because that was a good show. Everyone enjoyed it. I didn't follow the entire thing, but thank God we've got companies like Delta 17, um, Operation Recall. You got Eagle Force Returns. You've got, I think Boss Fight's doing stuff. Joy Toys doing great 118 stuff. Um, Fortnite's out there making cool vehicles that are great that you can rip apart. And if you haven't seen it, Chad has a new video out where he takes those seats, and it's was something that was a no-brainer. Robo Skull, who is putting out that Robo Skull Mark II, they made that vehicle so it could accommodate a single 6-inch pilot or two 118 scale pilots. That's a really smart move, you know, when that comes out, because you're kind of appeasing both things and then turning that hiss, the classified scale hiss, into a, I forget what he called it, colossal hiss, or, not quite a mega hiss, was such a good idea. And it looks great. Totally works. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could do better too. Like you could grab some foam. Like you can make something just like that, really inexpensive, if just taking photography is your thing. If it's going to just sit on a shelf and not be played with, does it really matter if it's made out of cardboard or plastic, injected molded plastic, or foam board, or painted cardboard, or any of that stuff? Because if it's just going to sit on a shelf and just photos are taken of it and it doesn't need to be played with, then why does it have to be made out of those materials if that's the reason why it costs so much? What I'm saying is, like, they could, I feel like they could take ideas like that and really just knock them out of the park and get us like to buy so much of this stuff. Like if that set was $30, people would buy two. At 60, they might buy one. I don't know. I hope so. Eduardo Guerrera gave me the blueprint to convert the HasLab Hiss to 118. Got to give him credit. Oh, okay. You just filmed the process. But what a great discovery that those two seats just with a little bit of paint plug right in. You don't have to do any alterations. I love it. It's just genius that those just happen to work and he found that combination. And you guys would want to go check out that It's Chad's video. Definitely, if you could do a link there. But if you have it, or if you were on the fence about it, it's a really great idea. And I love that kind of stuff. Um, so, oh, okay. Instagram. Let me see. You sent it to me on Instagram? Oh, okay, cool. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, so these are like 1/18 scale? Is that what you're telling me? That's pretty cool. Let me pull it up so everyone else could see that. Vintage Lego Technic. So let's get this picture up here, nice and big. So these guys were the Lego Technic figures, and you're saying that these are 1/18 scale Lego figures. That's really cool. I never knew that these existed. And are any of those accessories like I guess Scotty, if you have one and you could take a picture of it next to like a 3 3/4 inch figure or something like that, that's really cool. I definitely like to learn a little bit more about that. And some of those Technic vehicles might be compatible or used with your 1/18 scale stuff. So that's pretty cool. Hello, hello. How's it going, Boba Hicks? How are you? And yeah, thanks for that, Chad. That's pretty cool. Did you get that in stock? Like you have that diecast 1/18 scale Hummer? I'm just curious if it's like like the 1/18 scale Maisto or Barago cars where the figure looks good next to it, but you can't really fit them inside, or if they're you know they'll fit a Joe right away. But so this is what I was going to say. So Hasbro hates us, but all these other companies have taken it upon themselves and they love us. So, guys, if you missed this on Friday over on Toy Connections, there's a link in the description. They did give us some 1/18 scale. What's next live stream? It was really interesting to watch. A lot of good stuff, good information shared there. I'm not going to go over all of it because I want you to go watch that stream if you're interested. But two important things. Go to delta17toys.com right now, and you can pick up the first issue of the comic. You could read the digital issue for free if you like, but you could pick up a physical copy of the comic, and you could pick up the new or the Joe Fest 2024 exclusive Okami Elite Century. These are now available on the website. The exclusive figure is also the same price as a regular figure, guys. So there's no markup because it's an exclusive. You could just pick that up and you could get the Okami Elite and the physical copy of the comic book now at the website, ship right out to you. So that's pretty cool. Um, Steve also displayed this really nice throne that a viewer, Larking's Lair, made and sent to him. That's really cool, and that's how it was drawn and featured in the comic book. I thought that was really really cool. And real quick, I'm just gonna go over here and the diecast one I had fits Joe's, but it's older. They're supposed to be the same mold design, but trust to be well, either way, they look great, and you can easily take those apart in some cases and cut a little pass through for the for the feet to go in there. Usually the seats are about the right size. They just don't give you enough leg room in those vehicles. So we'll have to see. But yeah, that's the link to the Delta 17 stream. Yeah, go check that out. Like I said, I don't want to cover everything that happened, but I do want to talk about some of the stuff that they covered. One of the things that they did was they also talked about this, which is the Wave 1.5 figure. This is the Hailstorm unit, and they also did a poll. And most people said they preferred the gray, which is like the retrograde or the dark shadows color scheme. And they also like the blue, which is meant to work with your favorite, evil terrorist organization determined to rule the world. So you can get, and they also discussed getting with like a company like Toy Hacks or something like that to make some water slide decals that you could put your Cobra symbols on there. Mython, yes. Hey, how's it going? You'll be back for the replay. Doing well, man. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Thanks, man. And if you didn't get a chance, Mython at midnight premiered the first episode that was this Friday at midnight. So I guess technically Saturday. But great show there. So yeah, Mython the Python, awesome. Um, Bjorn, you prefer the blue one? Okay. So they're going to make both. They just wanted to know roughly what kind of quantity. So I think Steve said it's probably going to be like a 70-30 mix, with the gray one being the majority and the blue one being, just less than that. But both will be out. The tooling is complete. They've got this really nice test shot, which is right from the factory. So you can see all the great details in there. And from what I think I understand, these are coming sometime early spring 2025. They'll be in hand. So before Joe Fest 2025. So pretty cool. Um, oh, there were a couple people. I don't know who was in the chat, but they were saying that they would like that issue one of the comic. They featured a some of the Delta troops were on like these like Polaris kind of looking vehicles, and they're not going to make those. But this is a 3D model I found, and I was going to say, maybe we could print some of these up and have fun. Or if anyone knows of any of those like really good, um, like they used to have them like Adventure Force vehicles, like they'd have like a Polaris, and I never picked them up. It would be like on the back of a pickup truck or something, and you could get like a 1/18 scale Polaris and then maybe make some guns and stuff for it. And they kind of stopped carrying them at Walmart. So uh, Tractor Supply or some other places that carry some of those like Adventure Force type generic pickup trucks with boat trailers and things like that. Maybe we could find some of those because those are really cool. And then this one was for Gaz because they were talking about like a dune buggy, assault buggy, right? And I did find this model online, and I'm gonna hopefully try to print it. Now that's not something I don't think Steve or Delta 17 was making. These are just a couple of highlights from little side conversations that happened during the stream. And in my spare time, I looked up and I found some decent looking models that, would take a little bit of time to print up, but are not undoable. Oh, okay. So this was, oh, yeah. Okay. So these were the figures that they announced or officially talked about. Yeah, Delta 17 Assault Baja Bugs. Yes. So these were like and this is my interpretation of it. So none of this is like, confirmed or anything like that. I could be totally wrong. But from what I understood, is they announced the names of two figures from Wave Two. We got No Aloha. He's like a deluxe figure, and he's going to come with like a surfboard. We have Leadfoot, which is featured in comic issue one, so we know what she looks like. They did announce that they're doing like I think it's a female retrograde troop builder, or it's a female troop builder. It could be Dark Shadows. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a retrograde. And then they're doing another female character that'll be like Death Sparrow's assistant badass. Like, you got Death Sparrow, who is in charge of Retrograde faction. And then this is like her assistant badass. So she'd be like, I don't know, uh, not quite death, near death Sparrow, or I don't know. And then they're definitely doing that Hind and the Hind Gunner. So the Hind is going to come with a pilot, possibly a gunner, and those might be classified as Wave 2 figures, but I don't know. What they did say, though, is that this stuff's probably not going to make it out for 2025. So we're looking at like early 26, I believe, release on these, or sometime in 2026. They did talk about a 2-pack for Joe Fest 2024, an exclusive 2-pack. It'll be a versus pack. They're not telling us which characters are going to be on there, and yeah, pretty pricey. So that's why I was wondering if like maybe you could like kind of make one, you know. um so we don't know what those two figures are about, but it's going to be repaints of two currently existing figures carded, and it's going to be a 2-pack, so it's going to be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that reveal. But from what it looks like, we're going to see the Wave 1.5 figure first. This is like an order of release. Wave 1.5 figure is definitely coming. The the exclusive 2-pack is going to be for next summer, and then after that, I think comic issue 2 maybe is also in the works. We're probably not going to see anything for the rest of 25. Those are the things that I understand. Things could happen sooner or later, depending on how it goes. And just a reminder, you could also pick up your Delta 17 stuff. They've partnered with Hello Dope Toys. Those guys are awesome. They also have a variety of other 118 scale figures that you could pick up there. So Hello Dope Toys, you asked for more 118 scale stuff. They delivered. They have new stuff in. So guys, if you want, you could always head over there and pick those up. Now, Batery Bob, I sent Ken a speculation, and I told him not to confirm this. I don't want it to be confirmed, but I said I think it's going to be Kestrel versus Death Sparrow, because in the story there is kind of a there's there's a there's a rivalry there. Kestrel has it out for Death Sparrow for reasons we don't fully understand yet, but she's a bad lady, and Kestrel's out to get her. And in the first issue, what you see is Kestrel is actually working undercover as a retrograde troop, or she's a helicopter gunner. And after that mission, she joins Delta 17. So she starts off as an undercover agent working behind the scenes and then moves over. So I really would like to see those two going at it with some really cool repaints. Tell us more about that Leonard stuff that may or may not exist. No, it's coming. It's coming at the end of the month, maybe in October. That's where we're at right now. As soon as I could go on Amazon and actually show those products, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just don't. I just don't. And in the meantime, if you need some buggies, just so you know, this is the World Peacekeepers military buggy, 118 scale, over on Cotswold Collectibles, which there's a link to in the description. And yeah, 15.99. And this is a fantastic vehicle, guys. And if you look, I just want to show you that's uh, the real vehicle, and that's the toy. I mean, that's pretty good, right? That's great. So if you need a nice assault vehicle for your Delta 17, for your Delta troopers, these are great. You can pick them up for $15. Sweet, right? It's not a bad deal. So yeah, Cotswold Collectibles. And then, if you got these 15.99, these Jeeps are just fantastic. You can't have too many of these. Um, and if you want to go crazy, you could get the whole military base, um, which could be used for Delta 17. This could be used for retrograd. I mean, also for Dark Shadows, but I would imagine they use something a little more um, high tech or something. But you know, these are great options. And then there's also like this Humvee, which is only $20. Not bad either. These figures aren't really anything great, but If you just need some background characters or cannon fodder, they're good for that. And then if you like, you could also get this thing. You need like an APC type vehicle. These are not quite as realistic, but these Timmy Toys military cargo trucks for 15 bucks also fits a ton of figures in the back. I got one right. Where do I got one? Where is it? Oh, it was over here somewhere. I don't know. I thought I had one. I picked it up from them. Yeah, you can fit another bunch of your figures in the back there, so that's pretty cool. Um, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, those are great. So, you know, we don't need Hasbro to love us, guys. We could do this ourselves. We found all of our things. It's why we're here, you know. I'm always finding cool stuff on Amazon. We're sharing that with each other. Um, but they're not like directly from Hasbro. But I think Hasbro can make a killing if they just embraced this sort of thing, you know, that whole world building. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, I was going to say, as well as I just picked these guys up. This was there's a guy over there on Instagram, Lady J Toys on Instagram, and he had these female Dark Shadows. What are these guys? Female Dark Shadows. Where am I? They got them in all different colors too. Um, Let me look it up real quick because I keep getting it wrong. It's They are called. They got Python Patrol ones. He focuses on like troop builders, but female troop builders. And I mean they've got all different ones. Python Patrol, Pimp Daddy Destro color scheme, all of them. I just really like this one. I love the black. This one was called the Midnight Red Shadows Female Plague Troopers. Uh Pretty cool, man. We can love ourselves. Yeah, that I don't need a company to love me. I just need them to make cool stuff that appeals to me. Yeah, there you go. Um, we can love ourselves. That sounds weird. So they're okay. I'm not gonna say like so. You know, let me grab the Lady J figure. They're not Hasbro. They're not Delta 17 quality, but they're pretty good and they're pretty affordable. So these figures are about uh, you know, they're good. I'll say that. They're good quality. They're not, like I said, they're not great. I'm trying to think if I had any issues with them. Some some of them I got a 3 pack, so it came out to about $13 each, right? So, and then I did have just a slight problem with the gun fitting in the right hand and on a couple of them, and they're just not some of them. Like this one, I think the arm is a little loose on, but like I said, good, not great. But also, they're not charging $20 to $25 per figure. These are more like 10. Well, it's about 13, I think, shipped. So there was no shipping either. So you know, they're not bad. And I just think this figure in particular is just it's a unique figure. It's not something you can pick up anywhere and I like them. And you know that color style is what appealed to me, and I thought they fit in great with my chameleon and my my red shadows and retrograde kind of figures. They come with that really cool shield. Um, so good. They're good enough. I didn't see anything like bad about them, but it's definitely not like 100% um, Hasbro. I wouldn't even say Hasbro because their O-ring figures of late weren't the best. I'd say Delta 17 is currently the best produced 1/18 scale, retro O-ring kind of figure as far as fit and finish goes. So yeah, that was just I had some fun with them. While we're waiting for Delta 17 to make some female troop builders, We've got them. Comes with 3 different helmets. They come with a ton of accessories. So you can see that one in the middle has a different helmet on. There's even a third one. Plenty of accessories. All in all, pretty cool deal. I thought they were great. Next up, we've got yet another Batmobile, and this one is not necessarily listed, or does it say anywhere in the description that it's 1/18 scale? But it's about the same size as the Spin Master one. The Spin Master one I measured comes in about 12 inches, and this one's 13 inches long, and that's a selling point of it. So a couple live streams on these. This comes from Super 7, their Super Cyborg, the X-ray action figure. So yeah, okay. 13 inches long, removable panels. I don't know if a figure fits in it. And the live stream that I caught, I forget what it was, talking about it, said no one's actually put a figure in there yet. Because some of the things that they were talking about was there's two seats side by side, which is a critique a lot of people have about the current Batmobiles that have come out, that they're single seater. Um, do we need this? I mean, do you need it? What do you think? So the Super Cyborg series, I guess, is just its whole thing is that you could take it apart and expose the parts inside and see like what makes it tick. So you could take this front panel off and you can see all the motor and all the gizmos and gears and stuff in there. You can take the whole canopy off. It doesn't slide to accommodate a figure. So my understanding is this isn't really a toy, but more like a collector piece or like a shelf piece. Um, but the price, so people were excited about it. And like I said, it wasn't advertised as 1/18 scale. But any of you guys picked this thing up yet? Or pre-order it? Because I think it's on Amazon and they're doing pre-orders, but it is not out yet. Um, I picked up the Spin Master one, and I'm fine with that. Let's see, Super Cyborg. So this thing is, by the way, $125. Okay, $125 isn't bad. I think it is. I think that's really expensive. But I mean, that's if the Spin Master Keaton fits in there, yeah. Um, one thing Hasbro seemed to have gotten right, at least over here, is that the latest TBC release of the classic Stormtrooper seems to arrive in good quantities, still retail price. Well, that is good. So I don't know if it's just my area. I live in Florida, and my coping is that a lot of people here are elderly, so I don't get that much stuff on the shelf. Our toy sections don't look great because it really feels like they get one case of TVC stuff, and a case assortment is like two of the good figures or the ones everyone wants, and then like the rest of them are you know um those peg warmers, and that's all I see. So I don't know. Yeah, okay. I just don't. It's not even marketed as a toy, so I don't know. Um, That's it. If you were going to spend 125, I think I would go with this one, which was the Spin Master 1989 Batmobile RC, which was originally $180, which I thought was way too much. It comes with the spinning, um, it's a rotating platform. The RC comes with a little bat computer, Batman figure, and then it also has a light sounds, the guns pop up. It's full RC, and then it also has like a smoke effect that comes out the back. And I think that one is totally worth it. I think I only found one person who had the this figure or this Batmobile, and had it on their shelf. So this thing started at 180, which I thought was way expensive. It is identical. Like the mold is the same as the cheap Spin Master Flash Batmobile, with those added features in there. So like the size of it is the same and the figure is the same. If you were looking for that. Um, I live on the Gulf Coast, right across the state from you. Yeah, and we still have Lando on the pegs at Walmart. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we just don't get the best assortment. Like I could be wrong, but I feel like people like in more, I guess, where the median age is more like 30s or 40s and not 65. They get more action figures in their aisle, or they get a little more turnover. Zazel, how's it going, buddy? So I don't know. This was just my thoughts on this. If you were going to buy this, which is 13 inches, this one's about 12 something inches, definitely fits a figure. The canopy works, guns pop up, shoots smoke, rides all over your house, has that nice turntable in the back computer. It's 117 right now. It's been marked down several times. I've always said if this thing gets down to that Spin Master one, if it was under 100, I'd probably pick it up with all those features. And like I said, I've been waiting for this thing to hit a much lower price. Hopefully, like Black Friday or something, it'll go down. But to me, this one's just more fun. I could be wrong. The median age where you are is 100. Does the figure fit in it? Yeah, yeah. So the figure fits in this one. It's just like the Spin Master one. Now it's a single seater, so you can only put one figure in there. Daredevil Dave, how are you, buddy? But I think this is, much. If you were going to compare the two, I think this one has much more to offer. But that's just my opinion. If you feel differently, well, that's good. I'm glad you could have a different opinion. I want to thank all of our Patreon and channel members, guys. Thank you so much. Without you guys, you guys really help out. It's obviously not required, but it is greatly, greatly appreciated. And so I want to thank you guys for watching. I don't have anything else today. And, with Jim not feeling well, I knew it would be a short, s- you know, thing here. So just a recap, um, PulseCon, or I guess these Hasbro events, don't really, we're the minority, I guess, of toy collectors or adult toy collectors. So obviously we don't get like that much attention. But I really think they're leaving money on the table there that they could be getting. I'm not, I guess why would they tool and make vehicles and play sets for us and sell them when they could just keep repainting the same Marvel Legends figures over and over again? I don't know. I don't collect Marvel Legends, but I hear people complaining about repaints all the time. So I assume that that's what they do. You know, and as far as Star Wars goes, I understand that there's like nothing wrong with like kind of releasing the same key characters or over and over again. You want to do that. Uh, but also, maybe some deep cuts, maybe some cool, more variety, some cool aliens and droids that we've never seen before. That would be fun. Um, but with that, that's all I got, guys. Unless anyone has any questions, um, we'll give you a couple minutes, and if not, we'll get on with our day. Um, that's right, 118 for life. And if I ever make any progress on that buggy, Gaz, I'm going to reach right out to you and let you know. Robert saying, yes, we're missing out on a huge part of the market. Hey, they quit marketing to kids a decade ago, too. Sure. I don't see it. I just feel like, we have to go to third parties or independent companies really to get the things that we want. But I really do appreciate it because a lot of those independent companies and third party places are making things that are really more tailored for our needs or our wants. And we're not getting a lot of these third party companies or independent companies aren't making stuff that just like they're not making peg warmers, they're making like really good stuff all along there. So with that, um hey, thanks Ian, I appreciate you, man. um Guys, yeah, hopefully Jim will be feeling better. We'll see you next week. And thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, everyone. And yeah, definitely don't forget Audi's live stream later on tonight. I think that's at 7. Right? I could be wrong. Bye, everyone.